Hi there, everybody. It's James, and welcome back to TGWPIS FC. Um, it is late at night, so I was planning on giving you guys this whole kind of spiel and run through and stuff. But things got away, and you want to know what? I didn't want to not give you guys an episode, so we're playing Bristol Rovers today, who are in the playoff spots, 7th place team. Let's just talk about where we're at and what things have been going. Oh, surprise there. You might have seen it already. You guys were here, for Accrington, where I complained about, the game being difficult, things going on. Well, that was actually a start of a good run of form for us. As you can see, since Accrington Stanley and the match with the US here, things have just gone great. It's been a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 game unbeaten run. Which has seen us, we've conceded a few goals, but no more than 2. And yeah, Accrington was a great win. We went on and beat Cambridge United 5-0, Scunthorpe 5-1, Doncaster and the Northern Papa John's Trophy Northern Section B group, which has put us through to the next round, which means Morecambe's game is going to be just a throwaway. Wrexham at home 7-1. Cantaro, Sutton, and Cox all getting involved. Matt Cox has finally started to join the party. Carlisle 4-1. Bromley had to wrestle it. Was comfortably in control of this game. William Hammerlock, or Hondermark, hit a 30-yard screamer. Stevenage 4-2, and then Eastleigh 1-0 took us into late stages to win that one, but Sam Harding-Clever is becoming our Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, where we need a goal late in the match, bring him on, and he just finds a way to make it happen. Tactically, nothing has changed. Boy, we're tired for this match. But you can kind of see a few things here. Tommy Sutton, after being sat down, has decided to start scoring for fun. I think that puts him top of the league scoring-wise. Yep. So he's top of the league. McCurdy and Cox are also highest assist makers. We are not highest on clean sheets. I don't think we've been keeping many of them. Well, 6 is good. 6 is respectable. But we also don't concede, I don't think, a lot of goals either. Okay, we've conceded 11 goals. James coming up with stats here. He just can't back up team detailed. Second highest average possession. That's interesting. I just want to take a look here. Okay, we've conceded the 5th least amount of goals. That's fair. I think we give up a lot of penalties, though, right? Oh, we've also faced the least amount of shots against us and shots on target, so that's nice. But we do have the lowest attendance in the league. By far. But we do 17th by capacity, which is nice. And also still the lower salary per annum. But we win their headers. You don't get many red cards. We get the most points per game, as you would expect. So today, it's all about Bristol Rovers. No signings to announce, which is great. The team looks pretty solid. You can see things are going around here. People are starting to really gel as a team. Let's do a quick pick here. G coming in there. A Speak coming back in is fine. He was suspended. Rubio was okay there at left back. The back 3 just pick themselves. Vorez, Gilliam, and Ryan are just always in there along with Summerskill. Speak and Ribeiro is fine. Let's give Andrews the start over Cox just because he's tired. The front 2 is fine. Sutton maybe a little tired. Match load has been high. His fatigue is fresh. Let's not risk Sutton. Let's give Harding-Clever a start. Just because. Yeah, so we've got Sutton on the bench. Sargent, I don't hate being there either. Cox and Nunez is fine. McCracken gets a break. Yep. Is Nunez? Yeah, Nunez is like a better shout there, but I think even better shout is Olivieri? No? Really? Yeah, Olivieri is probably a better shout there. To McCurdy. Attard can come out. We want a right wing back in. Lee Tate, come in, please. Take over as that right wing. We want to be able to do wing backs. Obviously, also the fact that like both of these guys can like come in and play as midfielders and stuff is good. Don't want to make too many changes. This is a playoff bound team, but I think we should be good. Yeah. So Summerskill, Mortaz, Gillum, Ryan, Speak, Ribeiro, Olivieri, McCurdy, Andrews, Harding, Clever, and Cantaro get the start with Rendon, Sutton, Cox, Nunez, Sargent, Tate, and Fleming on the bench. It's a lot of rotation, I know, but we have tired legs, and a guy like Sutton, we don't want to risk. We don't need our top striker getting injured. Also, Sam Harlan-Cliver is just scores. He's pretty solid. I do trust him. I think the other thing, too, is if you look at us versus Tranmere, we are top of the league, and we also have 4 points and a healthy goal difference over them. So this is not necessarily a bad thing if a draw happens here. But I think this team, even a little bit of a rotated squad, is still good enough to go up against the 7th place team in the league. We have, Harlan Clever, Cantaro, and Andrews. Andrews is a great player. McCurdy's ball in. And when you've got set pieces like that, I think that's McCurdy's 10th assist of the season. And Ryan is Mr. Reliable Captain. Beautiful header of the ball there. And onside the entire way. Just absolutely kills it. And immediately my fears are assuaged. We have an early lead. We like that. We can kind of just sit and keep attacking. Our next game is going to be Crew, by the way. Because, number one, they just jumped up to 3rd in the league. And also because we have people who like Crew. Speak is here. Oh, that's an easy pullback. Andrews couldn't complete. Probably a little bit too lackadaisical for the finish, but won't hold it against him. Beautiful header one there, but not so much going forward. Hunter finds Collins. Watt. Collins off the crossbar. Morzaz clears. Everything's part of your defensive arsenal when you're a keeper, right? Including the crossbar. I won't necessarily say that Summerskill covered himself in glory by trying to put that to the crossbar, but he did a good job. Moraz finds McCurdy, Olivieri. That's good interplay there. Sam Harding, Cleaver into Cantaro. And, the two strikers combined put us 2-0 up in the 33rd minute, 34th minute. What do you say? It's a beautiful interplay, good striker play. And Hardy Clever is making it easy to have Sutton take a nice sit on the bench here. And hopefully giving us a good chance to wrap up 3 points early so we can just kind of take the second half off and relax and bring some more rotational players here in too. I think Rafael Ribeiro's got to come off in the half. He's played a lot of minutes for us. Okay, Moraz is going to get that. Cantaro, Harlan Clever, Andrews has got it. I thought that was a foul. Moraz clears it. Olivieri, beautiful ball for the Cantaro. Taylor's there. Bonham to Moraz. Andrews finds Cantaro out here to Speak. Speak's going to get the ball in. Pullback is nice. McCurdy to speak. McCurdy speak. Cantaro, there's 3. So, halftime, Ribeiro and McCurdy come off. And we can just slow the tempo down. You have to think 3-0 probably kills the game here. I'm happy with everything. All right, tactics-wise. Yeah. Ribeiro is going to come off for Sargent. McCurdy's going to come off for Nunez. That old partnership comes back, the Nunez-Olivieri partnership. We drop it to balanced. That's all fine. We won't counter. And then we can just play shorter passes, play lower tempo. And I think also out of possession. No, it's in possession, right? In transition. So the pace down keeps. And yeah, that's that. Dressing room. Start the second half. Everybody loves it. We'll make those 2 switches now. Get Sargent and Nunez on. And just slow the play down. And hope for a absolutely boring second half. And Crew have really flown up the table. They were like in 13th, I think, the last time we were here. So they've gone on a good run. Tranmere is still up and about here. Leyton Orient, Crew, Accrington, Fleetwood, Bristol Rovers. Fleetwood, obviously the team we lost to early on. It was kind of nice to see that they're actually somewhat high up the table. Makes me feel okay. It makes me feel justified in losing to them. Oh, God, look at that back line, just solid as a rock right now. Everybody else, I guess this is complacent. Yeah, they're complacent, which is fine. Gillum plays a lot of minutes too. Let's get him off for Fleming. Oh, we got... Just thinking to myself here about the window coming up here in January. The good news is that I found a keeper who's going to be a good backup. I know Attard is Attard. We've had him for a while. We love him. The Maltese #1 keeper. But I worry that if Summerskill he's wanted, #1, and #2 gets his head turned or he gets injured, Attard is fine, but he's a Vanarama North level keeper, not a League 2 level keeper. So I went out and found a 19-year-old Colombian who's at the end of his contract, who not only agreed to terms, but got a work permit. Harlan Clever's there, Olivieri, speak. Cantaro back out here to speak. Lord knows what happened there. But it looks like we're going to get a corner in, and it's Nunez to deliver. Fleming tries to get there. So yeah, is a Colombian under captain under 22. I think he's 18. So he's ended contract and he's going to be coming in. He looks to be decent enough backup for us. So that'll be good. And then obviously we still have the other Irish signing that's been at Finn Harps on loan for the first half of the season. Now the Irish season ends in December. So he'll be coming back for then as well, which will be nice for us. And the fact that we can draw a under 22 capped Colombian goalkeeper. I mean, obviously he's going from Colombia to England, but the fact that we have that kind of draw now is great. Cantaro had 2 goals. Graham, an easy victory for us. It just shows you that how good he is. Oh, by the way, Cantaro, we got him on a new contract as well. Man has had a huge year for us so far. 11 goals in the league, 5 assists. His XG actually is 5.17, so massively above his XG. Pass percentage of 80, I think, is actually really good too. But you can kind of see he does a lot. He's a reserve striker, he's resolute, tries long-range passes, almost two-footed. You love everything about the guy. I'd love him to be English sometime soon. But yeah, he's an important player. What did they say he's playing at? My scouts say he's a championship level striker, and they say he's close to playing to his potential ability division, currently to his full potential. I still think there's room to grow here, but everything about him just says winner. Same with Tommy Sutton. It was good to give him a full day off too. Him being a young striker, he's already wanted by QPR. I think we can hold on to him. I mean, his record as well speaks for itself, but at the same time, if something happens, we've got Sam Harding-Clever, who, you know, knock on wood, is not a bad striker to have. I mean, the fact that he works hard, and he scores goals. So that's all you need. And then also, let's not forget about the man who's still here, Jesus Rondano. It just hasn't really gotten a look in because the other three have just been on such form. Just think about it. A guy who scored last year, scored 34 goals and 11 assists, can't get into our team right now. Just can't find his way in over the other guys. And obviously he scored in the Papa John's trophy, but like he's really just not in form right now. I mean, also like we've given him 5 appearances. 6 appearances total, 5 off the bench. He hasn't scored. Carabao Cup he hadn't scored. So maybe he's a guy we look to move on. Make a profit off him. I mean, he was free. Here's the other thing that scares me too, looking at the team here. Now, Jabari Sargent and Scott Andrews aren't my players. But if we look at value, like we have guys starting to push $1 million in value here. So there's some thoughts to be had. Next game. Crew Alexandra. Here we go. Crew and Tremere. That's a good time. After we do the Bradford City isn't really I don't consider these like a huge deal anymore. This kind of big of a cup gum, so I'll play these 3 off camera and come back here with Tremere and Crew. So until then, folks, I've been James. You've been me. This is TGWPIS FC. So that will be John. We'll see you then.